and a free-for-all. Even when the people line the aisles in the city council chamber to say that we don't want this in our communities, that their voices have been taken away from them. This is about all of the homicides in the 6th district that I respond to, of which I've never seen the representative respond to one of them. And I'm going to say this to you. Do you know how it feels time after time to go into public housing communities and other communities across this district and to hear a 4-year-old say to me, I just saw my mother get shot in the head? You don't know, but I do. And this campaign comes down to all of the seniors who are being displaced from their generational family properties for $600 in property taxes that the city says that they owe, and a city who has put them in the predicament that they're in where they can't afford their property taxes. But this guy, time after time, has paid those $600 for those people through the years. This is the same guy who stood up to City Hall and to the administration that says, we need to go back and we need to see how we've disproportionately impacted people over the past 15 years at least with tax sales and auctions in this city, and we did that. And those maps showed us one thing. We have marginalized intentionally, and we have disproportionately impacted people in a negative manner in the same communities time and time again. And when I ask the city of Richmond how much money is in the pot from those tax sale auctions, and they tell me $7-8 million, and they show me the number, and I say to them, well, guys, we need to take that same money and pour back into those communities that we've impacted negatively. And those same monies are still sitting there right now. This campaign is about all of the residents across this district who say they have to duck down in their own homes on a regular basis just to bypass stray bullets. It comes down to the amount of times that I have had to administer Narcan to revive people across this district from overdoses, right here in Highland Park, riding through the very neighborhoods where this council representative lives just a few blocks away, and has ignored the realities of people here, the people that we are seemingly losing every single day between the cracks, whether it's people that are using drugs or whether it's the drug dealers who are selling drugs right in front of our faces. But yet, she rides by this neighborhood multiple times a day in other parts of her district and never addresses the issues that are ongoing. The same representative who will ride past corners where we have corner stores where people have guns everywhere, they're fighting, they're arguing, but yet no plans have been put in place. And I want you to know that that's not the way forward for this city. And we will not allow it any longer. This is personal to me. And personal because people are falling between the cracks. You have a council person that, despite multiple cries and pleas from people that were reaching out about the many homicides that were occurring at Carolina Express and all of the large crimes that were taking place there, that she wouldn't do anything about, but she looked at me and she says, well, I don't know what to do, Tavares. What should I do? Because you know how to do all of this. You've done my job better than I could in almost 20 years. So you come up with the plan. And I did. With the people to address those issues. For the same residents who were calling and begging and pleading and saying that I have not been able to go out in my backyard for 20 years, or I had to get a loan to buy a fence just to go up nearly halfway over my house so that people couldn't see into my backyard. That when I wanted my grandchildren to be over, they would be able to go into the backyard and just do things that grandchildren do. Or that if I wanted to barbecue in my backyard, that I would at least feel a little better and a little safer. And I want you to know that we have another opponent who has taken the opportunity to gain some media traction because no one knows who he is. The same man who has claimed to be on the grounds for 20 years, but yet this district doesn't know who he is. I've never seen him at a city council meeting making noise for the communities that he claimed to represent as a civic association president. I've never seen him at a budget session to come in and say these are the priorities of the people that I represent and this is what we stand for and these are our asks and these are our needs. And I've never seen them at community events. And quite frankly, I've never missed anything. When I resigned from my position this year as a council liaison, I had well over 1,000 hours in leave time that went back to the city of Richmond, because in the 4.5 years that I was with the city, I refused to take vacation time off. Because I knew that if I were out on the beach living my best life, that I was the only staff person in the 6th District Council office, and that when my residents called and had an emergency or had something that needed to be done, that if there were no one on the other end of that phone, those needs would not be met. I'm the same gentleman who came to work sick, even against my own will, or when the council person would say, you probably should stay home and get some rest, and I would say, not happening, because that's what people mean to me. That's my character. That's who I am. And so today, I am sending a strong message that no matter what people put against us, no matter what forces come against us, God will lift us up. And everyone in this district will know who I am. And I have to thank y'all media for helping do that, because y'all been driving it in the mud so much that y'all literally getting on folk nerves. So thank you. And they will know that help has arrived for them. And I want you to know that I will continue to build on the works that I've done for the people across this district for a long time. All of the legislation that I advised on and told the council person to do, that I wrote when she didn't know what to write, that was for the best interest of people across this district and across this city, to make life better and easier for them. I will continue those strides, and we will make even better legislation that we will not allow the administration to sit on the shelf. And I will continue to call upon my ancestors to help guide me right here in a city that was filled with so much slavery, where most of those ancestors came through. And I want the people of this district to know that I am ready and I am capable to lead the charge and to carry us forward and to move us forward as one. One that loves you, one that cares about you. And I say to the people to stay focused. Don't be distracted by any force that doesn't want what's best for you. It will happen, and it will happen because you, the people, will make it happen. And I am encouraged, and we will celebrate on next Wednesday. I'm going to send a strong message to all the demons and forces that think they did something. You didn't. We will celebrate next Wednesday the victory that the people of this district have been begging for a long, long time. A victory that was supposed to happen anyway. I am not doing anything that I was not supposed to be doing. I was supposed to run for this seat, and we're running for it. And we're running for a seat to win. And I want you to know that the change that you, the people of this city, have begged for has arrived. And that no weapon that is formed against us shall prosper. And we will rise. We will be a collective. We will be a district that will be an example across this entire city. And we will be a people of one. And we will unite. And we will have a voice. And we will not back down. And we will stand up for those who don't have us in mind, to let them know that the city doesn't belong to them, but it belongs to the people. And we will continue to create a space for places like this who struggled for a long time because their council representative wouldn't provide for them or didn't bring resources from the city to continue, that have been in existence for over 20 years, that are providing programs, summer camps to children who are the most vulnerable in the city, that we can look at the data and we know the difference that is being made with these children. And but for places like this, that we would lose those children to the streets, and that we would not put those same children on a trajectory where they can be just as successful as any other person in this city. And so I thank you for your time. God bless you. God bless the 6th District. And God bless the city of Richmond. And at this time, no comments will be accepted and no questions will be taken. And thank you again to the media. And you guys are dismissed to go about your day. Thank you so much.